bitch. Tried to play me like a pussy, must forgot that you the bitch. Hellcat coupe not smash, bitch, you know I'm going the distance. Yeah, yeah. All alone up to the top, I'll take the stairs. Invisible to you, I know you never really care. She critical, now you start feeling what I'm feeling, yeah. Residuals start coming, no, so now you give a damn. Wait, before I made my money, been a man. They doubted on a nigga, cause I had a different plan. They told me I couldn't do it, I'm just showing them that I can. Weathered by the storm, but 10 toes down, bitch, I still stand. To tell the truth, sometimes I really just don't know what to do. And it really don't help that a nigga still cannot get over you. Yeah. Huncho. It don't matter, it don't matter. Nah. It don't matter what you think about me, I don't live for you. I'm your Huncho TB, bitch, you know I'm counting money for you. If you don't believe me, nigga, you know I can show you proof. Like I got some. Walk a mile inside my shoes. I got ice around my neck. I pay no price yet for my jewels. Niggas said that I can't rap and now they really look like I leave water when I step in, when I
Yo, chat.
Yeah, your bitch, it gave me brain, got college knowledge, but school. I don't give a fuck, a born rebel, nigga, fuck the rules. I got paper coming in at different time and intervals. And I hope you know I see the hate in my peripheral. But it don't matter what you think about me, I don't live for you. I'm your huncho.
Yo, chat, man. Y'all fucking missed y'all, bro. I fucking missed y'all, man. It's been a while. Damn, when the last time I streamed? It's been a fucking minute. It's been a fucking minute. So, listen. Sorry for not streaming for so long. Like, it's been a shit, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. Something around there. Yo, I feel like I haven't been doing much, but I just haven't had time. Like, my scheduling has been all types of fucked up. So I'm on summer break. You guys already know that by now. I've been out for shit, probably what, 2-3 weeks maybe. But it feels like things are still going on. Like, I'm in the process of looking for an internship. I'm in the process of moving. By next weekend, I'm learning Python. Like, bro, I feel like I have a lot of shit going on. But hey, listen, man. I showed up today. Also, I've been going to the gym more consistently. I told you guys, listen, I told you guys that one of my New Year's resolutions is I'm gonna for real be in the gym and I'm gonna be consistent. People say that shit every year, so you know it's easy to think that it's cap. But I think I've been consistent for about 2 or 3 months now. Definitely starting to see the results and like feel even better. Only issue with that is in my streaming schedule and uploading and stuff is I go to the gym at 6:30. So I got at 6:30. I stay there for like an hour and 20 minutes. So by the time I'm out of the gym, it's damn near 8 o'clock. Sometimes it is 8 o'clock. Then I gotta go home. I gotta eat. Yeah, the scheduling is just all types of fucked up for streaming. I might just have to start doing streams earlier in the day. Maybe I could do some at like 2-3 o'clock. And then after that, I could go to the gym. I'll work out the scheduling. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll work out the scheduling eventually. But yeah, man, I have so much stuff to talk about. Oh, that's also another reason why I didn't stream is because I didn't really have much to talk about. I've been looking at some of these other YouTube commentary channels, and some of them talk about a lot of scams and a lot of this and that. I swear, I am not in tune with none of that shit. I'm not in tune at all. I've been seeing some of these videos, like thumbnails and titles, and I'm like, I heard nothing about that at all. So I'm gonna stay true to what we know. And yeah, first thing I want to talk about, man, listen, yesterday I went to hold on, let me cut the music real quick. Let me start off with this. So hold on, let me pull up this shoe. This is not gonna be sneaker related, but I'm just curious, like now that I've seen the movie, I just want to know what happened with it. So, Across the Spider-Verse. Okay. You know what's so crazy? Whenever the last Spider-Man dropped, I think the prices went up. The price of the shoes went up. This one, it wasn't the case for this. I was just curious about that. So, I went to see this movie. I went to see Spider-Man yesterday. Right? I've been thinking about like going to see it. I wasn't all that excited. I just wanted to see it before it got spoiled. So I go to this movie theaters in Atlanta. It's called the Silver Spot, where you could eat like actual meals. It's not just popcorn. I got a burger and fries. My girlfriend got some carne asada like dip or something with chips. The food wasn't good. In the theater, it's a little different from like in AMC. Like if you have a really big AMC, it's kind of different. So it's only like 4 or 5 rows in the movie theaters. So the volume doesn't really need to be that loud. If you go to AMC, the music or the film is fucking blaring. Like it is impossible. Like it's just so loud you cannot hear the person next to you talking, which is a good thing. Like if you're in the movies, you're most likely just there to watch the movie. Well, this is the total opposite in this movie theater. It was so fucking low to where I almost contemplated going like to the help desk and telling them to turn up the volume. I could barely hear anything. It was to the point where I was reading some of the characters' lips to understand what they were saying. It was that fucking bad. But all that aside, I did end up watching the whole movie. I'm gonna give my take on it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, I promise. This is a no spoiler review. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't find it as good as everybody else is making it out to seem. I don't find it all that good. It was good. I'll give it to you. It was good. If I had to rate it, I would say 7.5 to 8. Some of the other people that I'm seeing is like 8.5, 9, 10. Some people are trying to give it a 12, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. One of the things for me is at the beginning of the movie, I feel like it started off so fucking slow. The intro was terrible to me. The character Gwen, I personally just don't feel like I like. It just that just wasn't for me. I feel like it was more focused on her for some of the points, and to me she feels like a side character. It almost feels like going to watch like a Batman movie and a lot of the points are through Robin's eyes, if you know what I mean. I didn't personally like that. I didn't like the end. There were some points in the movie, like throughout the movie, where it was slow. Like we got to a really good climax and then it just goes down. And it stays slow for a little while, then it goes back up, which is fine. That happens in a lot of movies. But it was to the point where I actually dozed off. I dozed off for a minute or two, and I woke up at like the second climax. Bro, I don't know if I was just tired or what. I fell asleep for a little bit. My girlfriend fell asleep for a little bit. And I really, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it a second time. I've been saying I'm gonna go back and watch it a second time because I really enjoyed the ending of the movie. It was just the build up to it. Maybe it's just something I wasn't expecting. And also, I didn't watch the first movie recently before I just watched this movie. I watched it when it first came out, and that movie came out in fucking 2016. So 7-8 years later, they come out with the movie. I think that is just way too much time between each movie. One thing that I think Marvel did really well on Infinity War and Endgame is Infinity War was such a big movie. Like, that was a big moment for them. The fact that they followed up with Endgame only like a year after the release of Infinity War was amazing. Like, that's just perfect timing. It's fresh in people's heads. There's a lot of anticipation built up. But 7-8 years, that's a long time. Like, 2018 is when I came into college. I'm about to graduate college, and they just dropped this movie. So I think the spacing between the films is pretty ridiculous. Then again, it is an animated film, so a lot of time and effort goes into that. Like, they have to, they're doing a lot of stuff from scratch. They might have like some of the older models and stuff, but they got a color grade. There's just so much stuff that goes into it. And I will say, the reason I think I'm more at an 8 instead of a 7.5 is because there was a lot of beautiful scenes in the movie. It like, if you ever edit anything, even like something small, like a little YouTube video, you know how hard it is to edit and color grade stuff. make sure it's the right colors, like everything goes together. The fact that they could do that for an entire movie was fucking beautiful. A lot of the shots were amazing. It really made me appreciate how much time they put into it, and kind of gave them a little leeway on the amount of time it took to drop it. But I don't know, bro. I think maybe I'm just not like an animated superhero type of guy. All of the other Spider-Mans have been actual people. I feel like maybe it was just a little easier to relate to them. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but yeah, 7.58 is my review. I'm gonna watch it again. If anything changes, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna let y'all know. But for now, that's what it's looking like. What do you think about the CNBC article? Seemed kind of like a hit piece towards botters. Justin, I'm so glad you said that, because we're actually gonna react to. There's a video of Botterboy Nova, in that we're gonna react to it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to that. I would give it an 8 to 8.5. Think the intro was appropriate because they had to give a plot. I don't think she's a side character, as her relationship to Miles speaks volumes to the plot of keeping Miles out. I do, however, feel they did drag it out to create a part 2. Yeah, okay, I think that's fair. The intro was absolutely necessary. I would say I don't think you could drop her as a character. It almost feels like she was a second main character in this movie compared to the first one. Yeah, you absolutely needed her. It's just like, I feel like it was a little too slow. I wanted more Miles in the movie. And also, I think, another thing I think they did really good in this movie is the villain. The villain was so much better. No spoilers. The villain was so much better in this movie. The first one, the nigga was hella forgettable to me. I forgot all about who the villain was until I watched a recap right before I got to the movie. Had no idea. Just couldn't remember it. This one was more appropriate for this movie, and I feel like it was the perfect villain for this movie. I don't think they could have did any better with that. And they did definitely drag it out a lot. The movie runtime is 2 hours and 20 minutes, I believe. That's just way too long. That's way too long. Let's see, how long was Avengers Infinity War? How long was that movie? Let's see. Let's type in runtime. 2 hours and 29 minutes. And that was like a fully action-packed movie. I don't think it should have been the same length. It shouldn't have been the same length at all to me. That's just way too long. This one was perfect. There's a lot of things going on. They had to set it up. It was great, but yeah, they definitely did drag it out way longer than it needed to be. Agreed. I think they're setting up more Miles for part 2. Villain in this movie was great. They did a good job of building him as a worthy villain. Good plot behind the villain for support. Agreed. 100% agree. That is a great take. Yeah, they did really well. I'm excited to see what they're going to do next. I hope it doesn't take too long. That, like I said, that's one of my biggest gripes. Yeah, they just don't need to take too long. But hey, man, we can get into some other stuff real quick. Oh, also, if you're in New York, Pennsylvania, anywhere that's affected by the wildfire, yo, please be careful out there. Stay inside. The pictures I've been seeing are actually scary as hell. It's like, bro, the sky is red. I've never seen some shit like this. Hold on. Let me actually see if I can pull up the tweet that I seen earlier. Let me have my bookmark bar too. Yeah. This is it. Look at this, bro. You can't even see outside. It's so bad. And like on their weather app, the quality of the air is so bad to where they say it's like they're smoking, like you're smoking cigarettes all day just being in it. So yeah, bro, please be careful. Do not go outside. My friend actually just went to the gym, was about to go to the gym, and he said there's smoke inside the fucking gym, and he just decided not to go after that. So yeah, bro, please be safe. This shit will really damage your lungs. I believe in some places it's almost fatal. So yeah, You know, it's so crazy. I've lived in California. Well, I don't live in California now, but I lived in California for a while, and I've never experienced like a wildfire before. This is my first time actually seeing pictures of a wildfire and seeing it this bad to where it's like it's actually scary as fuck. It looks like someone put a filter on this picture. Yeah, this is crazy. Air pollution's already bad there. This on top of it is even worse. It's so much worse. The East Coast is experiencing what what us West Coast people live through every summer. Been like this the last 5 years in Washington. Damn. How do y'all deal with that? What's the what are you supposed to do in a wildfire? Just stay inside? Is that the only thing that you could do? I guess there's technically nothing else, right? Why am I so red? What the fuck is that? Hold on, sorry. Let me fix this. Why am I so red? That's so weird. Bigger video. Maybe turn this down. Yeah, let's turn that down a little bit. Okay, that looks better. But yeah. Let me know the protocol for that. I'm actually interested. All right, let's get into some sneaker topics. One of the things that I did want to talk about first, I didn't get to talk about this before. I was gonna make a video about it as well. The Travis Scott Nike SB Dunk Low is not restocking this year. It's not restocking. There was a rumor going around, I think about a week or two ago, where then the Travis SBs were supposed to restock, and people were speculating that because if you looked on the Alias app, which is GOAT but for the seller side, a lot of sales were being made in such a short amount of time, which is really weird because the shoe dropped a long time ago. It dropped in 2020. So for 3 years after a shoe release, for the volume to be that high is a little suspicious, which is the reason why a lot of people thought it was going to restock. And there's some pictures going around, I believe, with a tag of a new production date. I don't know if I really believe this at the beginning, because them restocking a shoe like a Travis Scott is just, I don't think it's ever happened before. I don't think that's ever occurred. I don't think there's ever been a point where an off-white Jordan or off-white Nike has re-released. Yeah, it just didn't seem believable. I don't know where a lot of people were getting that from. Let's see if it'll say in here. Let's see. Reported by leaker Tuxedo America. Let's see. Did he take down the tweet? Wow, this tweet no longer exists from this account. He knew it was bullshit. Wow. Just spreading misinformation. We can confirm the rumor that the Travis Scott Nike SB was going to restock in September is false. However, there have been rumors regarding Travis working with a Nike SB again. That's the thing I didn't understand. Based on like the pattern of Travis Scott, he's always released newer colorways. Like we've had the Jordan 1 Low Mocha, the Fragment, the Black Phantom, and now the Olive. If he were to do another Nike SB, why not just do another colorway? There would be no point in just reproducing the exact same shoe. They're gonna sell out regardless, no matter the colorway anyway. So yeah, I really don't understand that. But yeah, it is false. It is not coming. And I hope you didn't sell your pairs thinking that you were gonna be able to get another pair. Yeah. I don't even know who Tuxedo America is. Is he a known leaker? I have no idea. What's the prices going for on these, by the way? What are the prices on the Nike SB Dunk Travis? For the regular box, damn, all of them are above 1,200, 1,300. Yeah, nah, that shit would definitely not restock. I almost, you know what? I thought there was some validity to the information, only because Nike has been restocking some stuff lately that I never thought they would have. They were just restocked the Doran Becker collection that just dropped a few months ago. Some people got a pair of the Vomeros, the Jordan 1 Lows, the Air Maxes. They also have been restocking some of the Dunks, like the pink ones that just released not too long ago. some of the gray ones, and the cycle is looking like they were gonna keep restocking older releases that were very popular, but now that doesn't seem like the case. That Travis Scott is just a little too big for them to restock that shoe. You would kind of have to restock a lot of collabs as well. So yeah, nah, it just, it didn't sound right. It didn't sound right. The wildfire is in your room. Oh, you talking about because of the color? Yeah, no, it definitely looked like that. Oh, and also while we're on StockX, while we're on the topic of StockX, they updated their seller stuff. StockX updated their seller fees and how much you have to sell in order to get lower fees. So starting next month, StockX will increase quarterly unit sales required by an average of 5 times across each tier. The seller fee will be reduced by 1% for each tier, but sellers are going to need to sell more to benefit. So let's look at this. Let's look at their new structure. So if you're level 1, they're moving it from 10% down to 9%. This is like if you just start an account or you don't sell that often, this is what you're gonna get. At level 2, you were able to sell 3 pairs to get level 2 and maintain level 2. Now you have to sell 12 pairs in a quarter, which is about 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. Or you could sell it for a value of $500 or $500. Oh, now it's from $500 to $1,500. Wow, that is crazy. That is a big increase. Oh my gosh, look at level 4. It was supposed to be 25. Now it's 200. And from 5K to 25K, that is a big fucking jump. Wow, that is a huge jump. This one's even worse. This is from 250 to 800. I don't know how many people are going to be able to move 800 pairs in 3 months. How many people do you guys know that could do that? Or 100K in product. Let's just do some math real quick. Let's say you just sold shoes for like 250. 250. No. Actually, let's do 100K divided by 250. How many pairs will you need to move? You need to move 400 pairs at 250. That is a lot of work. That's a lot of work to do just for a 7% transaction fee, which I feel like isn't worth it because on eBay, I think it's like 8%, and you get instant payout if you have an older account. Yeah, that's just not worth it. I don't get that at all. I really don't get that. I guess this is a way for them to make the most amount of money and also force people to have that volume. But I just can't imagine anyone being able to move that many amount of pairs. If anything, this might drive people away from StockX. Who am I kidding? People are still gonna sell on StockX regardless. I would say it's the biggest sneaker platform, and a lot of people go on there to compare prices. And for the casual user, if you don't know where to get shoes from, StockX is pretty much your default answer. People know GOAT, but GOAT is notorious for having higher prices. Yeah, I don't think this is going to stop people from selling on StockX, and I don't think it's going to stop people from buying as well. Damn, that's a huge increase. That's a huge increase. I think I'm level 3 right now. I'm definitely going to be bumped down to level 2. What about y'all? What's y'all StockX seller rank? What are y'all at? I feel like a lot of you guys would be in like 3 or something. Let me take off the cop counter. How do you get instant payout on eBay? I think it's just the more that you sell, you get the instant payout. Because when you first start out and you make like your first few sales, they hold your money until the product is delivered. Similar to what they used to do on PayPal as well, where if you sent off a product, they would only pay you out, I think like a day or two after it got delivered. It's the same thing with eBay. It's kind of just building up your trust to get that instant payout. I believe I don't know the exact threshold, but it didn't take me long at all on a new account. It took me about maybe 5 sales or so, and then it was fine. Also, make sure that you get eBay feedback from the people that you're selling to. That's a really big thing. If you can get feedback, you'll make a lot more sales, and you actually look like a trusted seller. People want to see that you have like 100% feedback, 95% positive feedback. They're definitely more inclined to buy off you if more people have also left reviews on you. That's a big thing. Level 4? Damn. Let's see level 4. So you would need to now sell 200 pairs to maintain this, or 25K in sales. Are you able to do that, Beast? That is a huge fucking jump, bro. That's a huge jump. Yo, not selling there as much as I did, but my rate usually 6.5% for early shipping discount. Oh, I forgot they had that quick ship bonus. Yeah, I guess that does help. That does help. But how many times do you have to quick ship in order to get this bonus? I don't think I've ever had that. Maybe like once off of a promo or something. I don't really know. Yeah, but StockX, do better. Do better. Those fees need to come down. What the hell? What is that music? Believe it's 80% of your sales must quick ship. Oh, okay. 80%. I guess that's not too bad. I guess it's not too bad. Damn, what's quick shipping? Because they give you like 2 days to send it out. You gotta ship that shit next day, pretty much. All right, so let's talk about. Oh shit, my headphones cut off. What the fuck? So let's talk about this video from CNBC on why bots make it so hard to buy Nike sneakers. So I seen this on my recommended page on YouTube. I've heard no articles about it at all. This is my first time seeing it. And the person that you see here is the biggest botter right now, probably the most known in the botting scene of all time, Botter Boy Nova. He's also done another video with another company. I can't remember what the other company was. Basically showing them how botting works, like the entire breakdown of it. So we're going to see what kind of information he gives up here. And we're going to see what some of the other people have to say about this in this video. So let's get into it.
If you ever wanted to buy one of these, then you know it's a lot harder than it looks. Thanks to sneakerhead culture, which got its start in the late 1980s. And by the early 2010s, sneakerhead resale culture hit a fever pitch.
Damn, they going wild.
That's right. People were fighting over sneakers today.
It's all over this shoe. A shoe shoppers say cost them $180 a pair.
Finish Line and all the big sites crashed last night.
By mid-afternoon, hundreds had appeared for sale on eBay.
Yeah, I'm gonna resell it. You're gonna resell it? Yeah. Anybody wants to pay $1,000?
Fuck it.
In 2022,
1,000? Nah, niggas was getting money back in the day. 1,000 in 2011? Shit.
the global sneaker industry was valued at nearly $86 billion, with the market predicted to reach $128 billion by 2030. And the sneaker resale market is also huge, projected to grow to $30 billion by 2030. That's why a phenomenon known as sneaker botting has taken off alongside the sneaker craze, making it harder and harder for many to get these valuable sneakers when they drop.
A bot is basically just something that automates the checkout process. So when you go on a website and you buy anything, it asks you to fill out your credit card number, it asks you to fill out your billing information. A bot, it automates that entire process so that you can get through the checkout as fast as possible.
Sneaker bots took off in 2012 when Nike released its Air Jordan Dornbecker 9 shoes on Twitter, requiring users to direct message them for a chance to reserve the shoe. This led to the creation of bots that DM'd Nike when it found keywords like RSVP Now and Dornbecker. The bots were able to react faster than humans.
Man, bots are like a thorn in my side. I'm now competing with them all the time for special releases and collabs.
It takes the fun out of the hobby, and that's kind of what it is. At least for me, it's a hobby, it's a passion.
But for some,
you know what? I honestly didn't know that about that Dornbecker 9 thing. I wasn't around at that time when that dropped, but that's so fucking crazy. They had keywords set up for Nike to DM them. That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. I wonder how successful that was as well. How many times people hit off of that. And I did want to say, I really feel bad for this guy because New Balance are some of the hardest fucking shoes to get right now, in my opinion. New Balance site is fucking awful. The amount of boutiques that carry New Balance is small. The collaborations have gotten so much harder to get. I tried to get a pair of the Aim Leon something. I don't even know what it was. That New Balance that's white and green. I tried to get my hands on those and I was botting and couldn't hit. It was fucking hard. So for this guy to be battling bots, at this point, if you're a New Balance collector like this, you might as well just get a bot anyways. It would save you a lot of time and effort just getting a bot.
Time for special releases and collabs.
It takes the fun out of the hobby, and that's kind of what it is. At least for me, it's a hobby, it's a passion.
But for some, it's also a booming business opportunity.
In 2022, I made a gross profit of $131,000 minus $15,000 for botting expenses, and then we still make 6 figures over the course of 1 year.
CNBC dove into the sneaker industry to find out why bots have made buying sneakers harder than ever and what companies are doing to get ahead of the problem.
For anybody watching this that's not familiar with botting or is not into botting, do not expect to get that much profit. That is actually one of the best years I've heard from a sneaker botter. Usually it's not like that. Right now, especially in the market, you're probably making $10, $20 per shoe, sometimes even lower than that. So right now, volume matters. Back then, what he's talking about, Yeezys were popping, lots of Jordan 1s were popping, Jordan 4s. Like, there was just so many shoes that were high price. And being a sneaker botter, like, you want a lot of volume. So if you can get a bunch of pairs of like Yeezy foam runners for retail, which was like $90 and sell for $220, that's a lot of profit just right there. Right now, it's not the case at all. Do not expect that type of money. 6 figures is fucking crazy.
To understand bots and the issues they raise, let's take a look at how sneaker shopping has evolved. Until just a few years ago, customers would camp outside a sneaker retailer such as Foot Locker, waiting in line for a slim chance to buy a pair of shoes. Now, in the digital age, instead of waiting outside, you're waiting in a virtual queue.
In that physical world, there's unwritten rules. You don't jump the queue, you don't let people in front of you, you are patient, you are being served one by one. Now we are not talking 500 people, we are talking millions, sometimes 5 to 25 million or 30 million people in a queue coming into the website wanting to buy those goods. And that's a mix of bots, and there is no transparency on who came first.
Sneakerheads rely on platforms like Nike's Sneakers app to buy highly coveted shoes at retail price. But with the shift to e-commerce came the rise of bots, and they've only gotten better at gaming the system.
So there are good bots, like the one that are crawling the internet, updating search engines and Wikipedia and a lot of stuff that we all benefit from. And then there are the bad bots, bots that are, we could call the parasites of the internet, which purpose it is to get into the web shops, buy a lot of the goods ahead of people in order to sell them on the secondary market.
A 2021 study from cybersecurity company Imperva found that 42% of internet traffic was non-human, and nearly 24% of retail site traffic came from bots with malicious intent. Check, another cybersecurity company, estimated that 1 in 4 Black Friday shoppers in 2022 were fake.
Everything that is a high ticket, high demand.
Hey, listen, that 1 in 4? That 1 in 4? I know. 1 in 4 is fake? Damn, I almost want to say 2 in 4, low key. When PS5s dropped this last Black Friday, holy, it was fucking nuts. The amount of bots that were updating, there was Stella, there was Heyha, there was, bro, every single bot you could think of was trying to add a Walmart module. Even Dashy, before it closed down, was trying to add a Walmart module. The amount of bots that were on Target, Best Buy, GPUs were popping, bro. Shit, 1 in 4 seems kind of low to me. 1 in 4 seems kind of low.
In 2022 were fake.
This is just the man trying to pass the Grinch Law thing. Oh, this is him? Oh, fuck this nigga. Yeah, fuck him.
Anything that is a high ticket, high demand item, especially if there's scarcity involved, is a prime target for scalper bots.
Jesper Essendrop has experience fighting bots with a top sneaker brand as CEO of Qit, an IT company that specializes in controlling internet traffic with virtual waiting rooms.
If we look at some of our biggest sales of high-profile goods like sneakers, we see something between 40% and 95% on all traffic coming into that web shop is from bots.
Once sneakers are purchased using bots, they are often resold on third-party platforms like StockX, GOAT, and Flight Club. And exclusive drops can bring in huge profits for resellers. In 2022, Nike's Air Force One low off-white Brooklyn shoe, which originally retailed at $160, had an average price premium of 912% on StockX.
They're buying inordinate amount.
Okay, hold on. Let's not act. You know what's a little biased about that? They're putting that on bots, but from what I can remember, on that release, it was through Nike Sneaker Stash, and they did a Nike Sneaker Pass in Brooklyn, I believe. None of that really has to do with bots, besides spoofing your location, which happens a lot. Like, you could do that in Pokemon Go if you wanted to. That seems a little misleading, because that's technically not around bots. I guess they're just trying to point out how much sneakers could go up to, but that shoe specifically wasn't really botted. Not that I can remember, but that's like the Off-White site, but that was garbage.
Amounts of product line, and then jacking up the prices that are oftentimes unaffordable.
Oh, this is the loser.
The market was impacted in October, however, when Adidas ended its deal with the rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, after he made anti-Semitic remarks. Now, more than $1 billion worth of his Yeezy line shoes are in limbo. Between that and the general slowdown in spending, Cowen Research Equity told CNBC the resale market is seeing a slowdown. But Adidas and other top brands like Nike and New Balance are still constantly under attack from bots.
If we look at a concrete sneaker sale last year, 1.7 million visitors came into our website on a sneaker sale. Only 100,000 out of those 1.7 million visitors were actually real human. The rest was bots.
In the past, Nike's Sneakers app has come under criticism for the way it handles bots, with loyal customers complaining that they had to compete with bots on every single drop. Nike says the Sneakers app receives an average of 12 billion bot calls or entries trying to game the system per month. A customer can submit an entry to a draw by selecting a shoe and a size. Nike then selects participants at random to buy the shoe, but some of these customers are actually bots. The 2022 release of Nike's Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Reverse Mocha shoe received nearly 3.8 million entries, with almost 1.9 million of those entries being bots. But since then, Nike has attempted to make some changes. In 2022, Nike released updated terms and conditions aimed at fighting bots, which banned purchasing products for resale, saying it could cancel orders, refuse returns, charge restock fees, or close the accounts of people suspected of botting. But these terms...
Cap. That's cap. They might have implemented those terms and conditions, but none of those have went into effect. None of these have went into effect. No purchasing products for resale. How would you know that they're for resale? How could you possibly know that? I can't hit multiples on the same account unless it's like a Nike Flow drop and I hit... Oh, actually, most people don't even log in on the same account. Ability to cancel orders. I know tons of people that cancel 20 orders on a brick drop. The Jordan 1 Spiderman, when niggas hit GS, they cancel that shit immediately. Can refuse returns. Never seen that happen. Charge and restock fees. Never seen that happen. Close the accounts of botters. Now they did do that. Yeah, now they did do that for some people, but it almost felt like it was at random because I've seen some people's personal accounts also get knocked off. And also when Nike had banned a bunch of those bot accounts, I did some comparing with other people that got their accounts banned, and a lot of them didn't have any type of similarities. Like some people were running the same accounts on the same bot, just on a different computer, same proxies and all, but didn't get banned. So it almost seemed like there was no type of cohesiveness to that. But yeah, they definitely have been closing accounts. It's just not as frequent. That's nothing new though. They've been doing that for years. They just do it whenever they whenever they need to sweep. It's really not that common. Maybe every year or so about. That's why I think it's a hit piece. It definitely feels like it. This feels like that's why they put the Grinch act dude in here. It feels like he kind of put this shit together like, yo, when we drop this motherfucker, that's really gonna push it over the edge. I love how the normal consumer has no connection with bots and the botters run them. Bro, this shit is just stupid. Let's hear what they gotta say, because it actually sounds like they were gonna say that these didn't go into effect.
Terms only apply to US-based customers. Nike did not comment on why the terms don't apply internationally, or if there are plans to expand them. And botting is still a huge issue across the global market.
I just want one pair in my size. I actually want to wear it, and bots just kind of will eat up 50 pairs at a time, and they just all end up on the resale market.
So how does this all work? We asked one of the people
oh my gosh, I'm sorry for pausing. I hate that he said bots eat up 50 pairs at a time. Does anybody in the chat know when someone hit 50 pairs recently, besides like Adidas Confirm, because they were trying to get off all of their product? When's the last time you seen somebody hit a 50 clip? It's not that fucking common. It's not common. You had to put a lot of resources into, you had to put a lot of resources, have a lot of bots to hit 50 fucking pairs. And most of the time it doesn't even work out. You might not get none at all. That's misinformation.
Behind the bots.
Let's see what Spiderman Nova say.
The amount of sneakers that I bought can really vary from month to month. Sometimes I'm able to bought hundreds within a single month. Sometimes I bought less than 50.
Meet Nova, known as Botterboy Nova on YouTube, where he has amassed nearly 200,000 subscribers by teaching people how to bot.
Ah, I got one.
I ain't gonna lie, he was snapping back then.
The biggest, most popular sneaker botting YouTube channel.
Nova is a self-proclaimed sneakerhead and has been botting for around 4 years.
I was seeing a lot of these botters take so many sneakers away, and I thought I was at a disadvantage. So I thought to myself, you know what? How do I get one of those?
Nova asked not to reveal his real name because of security concerns.
Around 2017, 2016, there was a real stigma in botting. I basically put a face on what botters may look like. And at the end of the day, I'm just a regular person.
And he's not the only one. There are entire botting communities made up of people just
Damn,
like
not
him.
the Reddit?
And serious botters join paid membership groups called cook groups, which provide access to resources like release guides, insider tips, and restock alerts on platforms like Discord and Slack.
Your cook group is basically your bread and butter. They tell you what websites to go for, what shoes are profitable, what shoes aren't profitable. The vast majority of them, especially the best ones, they can range anywhere between $40 to $100 a month.
Cook groups help botters learn the basics, but there's still a learning curve for beginners.
I guess I could bot myself to just get one pair for myself. I honestly am not very tech savvy, and I don't really care to put the energy into that. I just kind of miss back in the day when you just walk into a store and just get it, and it's not really a hassle.
Botting can also be a costly hobby.
You need multiple bots because you need to make sure all of your bases are covered. And for each of these bots, some of them have renewal fees ranging anywhere between $50 to $80 a month.
But Nova also spends less on bots than some, because he's often given free bots in exchange for promotion on his YouTube channel.
Talk about it! Talk about it! Hey, listen. Talk about it. I'm glad they threw that in there. I'm glad, hey, he gets sponsorships. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm glad they actually said that. Some of those, I wonder why he put the range of $50 to $80. Because some of them were, I think Mecca's what, $30? Something like that. There were some really more expensive ones, like at $100 a month. I wonder why he picked that specific range. I wonder why. Maybe he's just out of touch, like he hasn't paid for one in a while. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Normally, bots can be rented for as little as $5, while others have purchasing fees reaching into the thousands. Which brings up the question, is botting fair?
At the end of the day, there's not enough sneakers to go around for everyone. So, long story short, you have to work
45
as hard as possible to be able to obtain the sneakers for retail price.
It's unfair, I would say, and it's just more of like a memorabilia thing. If they're only making 500 of these shoes, I want to be one of those people that has one.
Facts.
Buying, renting, or using a bot to purchase sneakers may violate the terms and conditions of retailers, but it's still legal.
I don't think botting should be illegal.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, this is a hit piece. This is a hit piece. Listen to what they just said.
Of retailers, but it's still legal.
But it's still legal. They specifically use that wording for like, damn, I don't really think it should be legal. That's crazy. They know exactly what they're doing. And I want to ask you guys, for the people that do bot in this chat or in the comment section if you're watching this later, would you, if they ask you to be on this video and you were the botter in question, would you give up all this information? They're paying you, of course. You get some notoriety. Would you give up all this information knowing that it could hurt the entire community? That's the one thing that I'm kind of like, this is pretty fucked up. Of course they could have went on YouTube and found things, but he's giving like a whole backstory to this shit. He's giving a whole backstory to this shit, showing people how to get in the cook groups, the price, how much is the rent, how much he makes. Bro, he is giving out so much information. And I don't know if he realizes how much damage this could do to the entire community. It's already been a big thing for people to hate bots. But now that the guy behind the Grinch act is in the same video where you're giving up the information, they're laying out like, yo, this shit is bad and it's legal. We need to put an end to this. He blew up the whole fucking scene. He blew up the whole fucking scene. Yo, I cannot believe it. Yo, he got worked for sure. He definitely got worked. Yes, they can't or won't stop us. I don't know. Hey, that Grinch act nigga been pushing for a while now. He been pushing for a while. We'll see though. He's looking after his pockets because to him, it's more ProxyHeaven. I don't know what that says. It's more, I don't know what it says. Then his resale pocket. He says his main pain. Oh, profitable. Okay. Then his resale pockets. I see. His content, which I get, but this is the wrong move. He liked to manipulate the tape. Yeah, no. He should have been smarter. And he's done this before. Like, there's another video of him also giving out information. I can't remember what the video is, but he gave out even more information back then. This is only a few years ago. This is at the peak of botting as well, where products were going stupid. Lots of products dropping, profit was through the roof. And even if that's true, him being a content creator in something that people really hate, it's almost like he's working against himself in this instance. Because if botting gets taken out, he's done. His content creation career is just over. As simple as that. No hate against Nova at all. I swear this is not hate against Nova. It's just a fact of it. Imagine you played Call of Duty, right? You're a great Call of Duty player. You had 100,000 subscribers. People love the way you play Call of Duty. Now let's say you switch over to another game. You start playing fucking Apex Legends. Your user base didn't sign up for that. They didn't subscribe for that. They're not going to follow you to something else. And that's the same thing with this. In my live stream, you guys come here to hear me talk about sneakers and stuff. I don't expect you to come in here and listen to me talk about the newest iPhone, the newest Apple VR glasses. I don't expect that from you. This is actively working against itself, and I don't understand why you would ever do something like this. Making YouTube videos is cool. It's a much smaller scale. People really have to go out their way to find it. But being on NBC, one of the biggest news platforms in the world, is insane. That's insane.
I don't think botting should be illegal.
Did Nova mention AYCD AI? If he did, hold on. We have to go back. I really hope he didn't do that. I hope he didn't do that because that would be so much worse. Nova is a content creator, not so much a botter. Good for him. Nova got editing skills, no doubt. He does he edit his videos or just somebody else edit his videos? I really like his editing style. That's actually where I got some of my stuff when I was doing live cops from. Any retailer would love sales right now. That's facts. That's facts.
Conditions of retailers,
Let's see what he says.
but it's still legal.
I don't think botting should be illegal. There has been a few times where legislators are trying to ban retail botting, sneaker botting, things of that nature, but nothing.
He's in the
ever
video
came
with
of it.
you.
This has become more and more of a common occurrence, a phenomenon that is totally anti-consumer and anti-small business.
In 2016,
They put these things
Paul
back to
Tonko
back.
introduced the Better Online Ticket Sales Act, or the Bots Act, which outlawed the resale of tickets purchased using bot technology. However, the effectiveness of the laws in question after a fiasco in 2022 over Taylor Swift tickets led some congressional members to accuse the Federal Trade Commission of not enforcing the law. The FTC's only case of enforcing this law came in 2021, 5 years after it was passed. Also in 2021, Tonko introduced a new law that would act like the Bots Act for retail sites instead of ticket sales.
The Stopping Grinch Bots Act authorizes FTC to go forward, utilize the tools that we would give them with this legislation, where they could levy fines for those who have knowingly circumvented control systems.
Congress has yet to vote on the bill, and it's unclear when this will happen. Even if it does pass, FTC enforcement is still key.
It seems like something has.
Listen, y'all saying that sneaker botting might not be out ever, but you see what they did to the sneaker botters. I mean, to the ticket botters. They got them the fuck out of here. But they only enforced it for a little bit. There's some people I just seen recently hit hundreds of Taylor Swift tickets. And Taylor Swift tickets are, profit-wise, they're bigger than any sneaker you could ever get. Speaking from personal experience, I was able to buy a Taylor Swift ticket. I think the retail was like $330. Sold it for like $1,500. Just that one fucking ticket. And her fan base is so big. I just seen somebody at the gym recently with a Taylor Swift shirt on. And I asked her, did she go to the concert? And she said she paid resale for the floor tickets. So, bro, I'm telling you, it's not out of the possibility at all. Ticket botting is a little bit different, though, because some of these shows are just going to be fucking empty if people don't show up. Imagine someone hitting 50 tickets and they can't sell them all. The venue is just going to be empty. They should have really been interviewing AYCD Jake. If they interview him, it's definitely over. He got way too much information. He handles half the fucking botting community right now. We watch his content support, but he's helping us get clapped by providing content for them to manipulate. Hey, I'm not watching it, bro. Yeah, that's y'all, bro. That's y'all. So I couldn't go to Taylor Swift concert because of bots? Yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly why. I know some people hitting crazy numbers.
Has to be done at some point because it's just kind of out of hand and kind of messing up the hobby for a lot of purists.
I feel like it's going to be a law that's going to be impossible to enforce because at the end of the day, some of the bots are so sophisticated now where telling whether or not it's a human or a machine would be impossible.
For now,
Facts.
it's up to retailers to implement anti-bot measures. Some brands use CAPTCHA methods, which help identify a bot as a non-human, and companies like Nike have implemented raffle
AYC in there,
systems
please.
instead of the first come, first serve drops that give bots an advantage.
Recently, as of 2023, my success with Nike has been in the gutter. I've not been copying anything from the Nike sneakers app. People are successfully able to still bot Nike sneakers. However, the way in which you have to go about it, you have to really understand how the Nike filter works.
Nike did.
This nigga's a liar! He just lied! He just lied. He just lied. He just lied. I don't know when this came out, but I just seen a screenshot of him hitting 8 pairs of Travis Scott Jordan 1s. What is... This nigga just lied. How do you lie on that but not lie on the other shit? Yo, this nigga's different, man. He lied for us. He's protecting us. Yo, he wouldn't have took the interview if he wasn't protecting us. This nigga's crazy, man. What the fuck?
Did not comment on whether customers using bots are still finding success on the sneakers app or if there are any updates coming to its raffle system. bots can make up 10 to 50% of entries, depending on the demand of the launch. For example, almost half of the entries for the recently released Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low OG Olive shoes were bots. But Nike told CNBC it has up to a 98% success rate combating bots in the highest demand launches.
Nike probably has
that's
the
facts,
most
though.
advanced
That's facts.
and intricate anti-bot systems, and they're actually quite effective in stopping bots. When you press buy now, it says, hey, you're in line to purchase the item. You're not actually in line. This is actually a raffle. So it's a raffle that lasts for 3 minutes, and as Nike is taking in the entries, it's filtering out all of the bot entries and all of the duplicate entries.
Companies like Ticketmaster and Fabletics lean on third-party services such as Qit to help filter out bots.
We are basically what we call a virtual waiting room that can monitor whether or not this is human being or a bot, and we try to do our best to kick all those bots out.
Still, sneaker botters can often bypass these measures with loopholes like jigging, slightly changing
Oh
their
my,
address,
not the
name,
jigging.
or other identifying information. At the end of the day, it's still up to retailers to regulate botting.
There are some websites that really don't care about botters simply because sometimes their only goal is to sell out. And if your goal is to sell out, then it doesn't make sense to create a barrier between someone trying to purchase your sneakers and someone trying to sell the sneakers.
As botters get more advanced and sneakers become more exclusive, will sneakerheads without bots ever regain a chance at scoring the latest drop?
For as long as it's legal, I think I'm going to keep botting, because simply put, if a human can do it, then a bot can do it too. And as long as there's items coming out, whether it be sneakers, new generation consoles, GPUs, where the demand far outweighs the supply, then there's money to be made.
I understand people out to get their money or whatever, but it kind of just destroys the fun for people like me.
Find something else to make money, right? Keep the rare shoes for the people that want them. Fans, that's what we are. We're fans. Stop.
You know, there's nothing else in this video. I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. How come people say this about sneakers, make money on something else, leave the shoes alone? How come that's fine, but when people want to get into real estate, everybody, oh, you want to get into real estate? Oh, that makes so much fucking money. Like, you're gonna be able to buy a house, you're gonna be able to flip the house, you're gonna be able to buy this apartment complex, you're renting out to 100 people. Niggas need somewhere to stay. Niggas need somewhere to stay. And y'all are complaining about shoes? Let's stop this, man. Stop, bro, stop this. Niggas cannot be pro real estate and complain about shoes. I just don't fucking get it. Niggas don't have houses right now. Rent is so fucking high because people keep upping their rent prices. And y'all are complaining about sneakers? Bro, stop this. I'm not trying to hear that shit at all. At all. I'm not trying to hear it. That shit is stupid, bro. Come on, man. That shit is so dumb. Am I bugging, chat? Am I bugging? Just stop. Yo, Elephant, take your cape off. Take your fucking cape off, nigga. I got the BBN cape on. That's crazy. What about Cali rent? Investors buying property with cash offers to offer jacked up rent. What about all of that? What about groceries? What about them marking up prices? Is that okay? What about basic necessities? Is that okay to sell? Like, come on, bro. That shit is that shit's just fake outrage. Like, I get it. You love shoes. You love being a collector. Yeah, I love shoes too. I love them as well. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be all in the fucking video acting like this. What about diamonds and their fake rarity? Bro, this shit is fucking endless. Everything in the United States, it's a capitalist society. Like, you thrive off of getting over on the next person. Don't try to stop this shit at botting. Don't try to stop it at sneakers, PlayStation 5s, Xbox Series X. Yo, come on. There's way bigger fucking issues than that. There's way bigger issues. Yeah, this shit got me tight, bro. This shit got me tight. Yeah, niggas sold out low key. High key. Never mind. Let me not even say low key. High key. Oh boy. Okay, so I don't even want to say good video. Fuck that. I don't even want to say good video. Let's talk about Yeezy. I'm gonna call it Yeezy Day 2023. Let's talk about the Yeezy Day 2023 experience. I think it went pretty well. I don't think Yeezys is over, by the way. I don't think it's over. I thought it was gonna be over with that last drop, but the amount of colorways that they dropped, it didn't seem like that was everything they had in the warehouse. There was a bunch of leaks about the gray slides. There's supposed to be a new white colorway of the slides. Some other foam runners I've seen. It just doesn't feel like the end. And on Yeezy Day 2023, it was exclusively Adidas confirmed, like I said in my most recent video. That's kind of what I expected it to be anyways. Yeezy Supply didn't come back. Boutiques didn't come back. But this one was a lot different from the past Adidas confirmed drops that we've seen. You could really tell that they didn't give a fuck about who bought what and how much of what, because someone had let me know this later on into the drop. You could have put as many entries in. You could have put as many entries in with the same address, the same card, all the exact same information, and hit multiple pairs. There was even a glitch on the app to where you could hit multiple pairs on the exact same account. They just really didn't give a fuck, and you could tell how desperate they were. So all the people, like them saying like they're trying to stop bots, that's clearly not the case. I don't think that Yeezy is over. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, let me say this. In terms of performance for the Adidas Confirm app, it's actually exactly what I expected. I don't know if I could be more disappointed in Adidas Confirm, because every time the servers are fucked up. I thought they had a pretty good schedule. Some of it was spaced out between like 2 hours. Then like you can enter for the raffle. It doesn't enter. I mean, it doesn't end until like 3 hours later, which is really good. They really didn't do any first come first serve drops. It was strictly just raffles, which I feel like it was appropriate, especially because they had a lot of server issues. And the server issues had got so bad to where they delayed the one pair of the foam runners and the Pirate Black 350s for the next day. It was kind of pretty much what I expected. I was excited to see that the Pirate Black 350 did come back though. I never told this story before, but that's the shoe that got me into reselling. I think I was on Twitter or I seen like a YouTube video about people buying Yeezys back then. And when I heard that you could sell some of these sneakers for $700, $800, $900, I was like, what the fuck? I gotta see what this is about. So the first release I went for was on the Adidas site, and it was for the Pirate Blacks. I think the drop started at like 7, 8 o'clock. Bro, I didn't get up from my laptop till 4:30, and I struck out. I was like, okay, now I really understand why someone would want to pay that much for this shoe. Like, it's just impossible to obtain. Crazy thing about that is I didn't even have the fucking money to buy that. I was broke as hell. No job. I think I was like 14, 15 at this point. No job, no money. I really just wanted to try it. That's why when people ask me like, how do you get into reselling? I'm telling you, a lot of it is just trial and error. That's all it really is. I was doing this shit before I even had money to buy the shoes. So yeah, it was definitely an experience, and I think I got addicted to it. In terms of how many pairs I hit, I actually want to see if I can show you guys. See if I can show you guys how many pairs I hit, because I don't know exactly either. Yeezy, and let's sort by the date. Oh, I actually hit quite a bit. Okay. So this is what it's looking like for me right now. These are all the shoes that I hit on Yeezy Day, I believe. Lots of Onyx slides. The Onyx slides drop was such a fucking mess, bruh. It was such a mess because you could enter, and then even after the draw ended, you could still enter, and people were winning hours and hours later. Like, I was putting in entries when it first opened, and I didn't get charged till the next day. I hit a lot of pair of slides, hit a few pair of foam runners. I hit some pairs of Pirate Black 350s. only the smaller sizes. I really wanted bigger size of the shoe. Wasn't able to get it. But overall, it was a very good day. 28 pairs is a lot. I actually feel like it might be less than that. I kind of want to see if some of them got duplicated. I got to go through and check like the order numbers and stuff. But yeah, 28 pairs is a lot. It's definitely better than what I did on Yeezy Day 2022, I think. I can't remember how many I hit that day, but yeah, no, it was definitely a lot. So Yeezy Day was pretty good for me. Besides all the errors, it started off very slow. I thought I was gonna be fucked, but hey, how really fucking saved me. Let me see what y'all said. 2 more drops, then Ye going private. We'll see. Hey, I got something to show y'all actually about Kanye. He's a dirty nigga. Finally, Adidas counts. Wait, final Adidas count. 28. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. I did okay. Was at work for half the drop. Had to RDP to server for half the drop. Managed to pull out 32 Onyx slides. Damn, you was fucking cooking. What were you using, by the way? 5 MX foams, 15 blue slides, 7 clay foam. Damn, you cooked. Hit 3 pairs on 1 account. Oh no, that's dirty. 3 pairs, 1 account, or how? I should have said confirm. You should have. I wasn't gonna buy it initially, but who was in the chat that gave it to me? I think Retro. Yo, Retro, shout out to you, bro. You really helped me out by letting me use Heiha. I ran 22 accounts, one-to-one on tour. We hit 41 pairs of slides and foam runners. I was running way more than that. It's also so interesting on that drop because before in the other drops, Adidas has like a rank on your account. So you're like level 1 through 4, 4 being the highest, meaning like that you purchase more products or you purchase more products on your account. So now it has some type of trust to it. People were thinking that level 4 accounts were supposed to hit a lot. Bro, level 1 accounts were hitting everything. You could have just created the account right before the draw opened and you were hitting. That's one thing that a lot of people were doing. They were constantly just regenerating accounts throughout the drop. So let's say the Onyx slides were about to drop. Like 2 hours before, generate as many accounts as you can, enter for that drop. While that drop is still going on, keep generating accounts for the next drop, and it just kept building up. There's people entering thousands of entries and hitting on fresh accounts. So you could really tell like they didn't give a fuck, and that's kind of honestly what I expected, only because they had all this product sitting. They want to get out as quick as possible so they could be done with it. That's a tax write-off now. They could pay Kanye. Then that's out of the way. I don't think that it's over. Some people's pairs actually did end up getting canceled. Some payments end up failing. There was a lot of mess going on. A lot of mess. So don't think that this is the end. I believe there is still more in their chamber that they're going to have to release. But we'll see. We'll see, honestly. And one thing I did want to say, I seen Kanye do something so fucking crazy. Hold on. Oh, this is it. So Kanye is looking for a graphic designer, right? Food, shelter, clothing internship in South Central in California. Hourly pay $16 an hour. This is in California. $16 in California is jack shit. Hold on. What's the minimum wage in California? Minimum wage, California. $15.50 and he's paying you $16? Yo, this thing is dirty. He added the 4 cents in there too. This thing is sick. So they're looking for someone that can graphic design, photography, photo editing, pattern making, social media, warehouse logistics, apparel, product development. Bro, that is so much. That is so much. Is this all for one position, or is this a variety of positions? Responsibilities will vary day by day, providing interns experience with a variety of aspects. Yeah, this nigga is sick. What the fuck? Imagine doing all this for damn near minimum wage. from someone that has millions of dollars. Yeah, nah. Yeah, he's actually crazy. I don't know who would actually end up going for this. But then again, people will think like working for Kanye, you have a big opportunity. And that might be true, to be honest with you. I just can't see someone doing this full time, meaning like 40 hours a week, working in one of the most expensive states in America. Nah, that just doesn't make any sense. You gotta send a cover letter too, and social media handles, or photos of your personal style. That's pretty odd. I wonder why that specifically. Yeah, no, he's definitely crazy. What? Can we look up the cost of living in California? Cost of living in Los Angeles, California. So the median income for a household is $62,000. The average cost of a house is $639,000. You would be making absolute fucking dirt working for Yeezy. You would be making dirt. You're better off working at In-N-Out at that point. Yo. Yeah, he is different. He is fucking different. Started off running 125 accounts, then went down to 60. Less was more. I think I had a similar experience. All my accounts were created night before and day of, just recycling billing profiles. They didn't care. Yeah, they really didn't. I hit a bunch of pairs on the exact same card. Can't wait for round 2. They only dropped 1/3 of their stock. Oh, is that true? I haven't heard anything about that. I hope they drop some more colorways as well. Kanye normal now? He is normal. He ain't a billionaire no more. He ain't got that money no more. California cheaper now with people leaving. I seen that people leaving. Oh, you actually said it. It's cheaper now. San Francisco is tanking. Yeah. San Francisco looks fucking dead. It looks so dead. Like there's nobody there. I seen a video of like the streets and it was just bare. That would never happen a few years ago. Or let's say like 5 years ago, you would never see the streets empty like that. Free food and shelter though, it's better than free. Oh, is it? Is it free food and shelter? It doesn't say that in the listing though, does it? It says Yeezy food, shelter, clothing, internship. I don't know. Does that mean all of this is included in the internship, or is this what you're doing? Huh. If all this is included, I guess it's not too bad. $16 is still pretty crazy, but if you're getting fed, you're getting clothed, and you got a roof over your head, that's pretty fucking good. I'll give them that. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good. You'd be spending a lot more. Damn, but if you have a car, okay, no, hold on. Now let's break that down. If you have a car, you got car insurance. Let's say you got school. Nah, that ain't cutting it. That ain't cutting it. Hold on. Now that we break it down, that ain't cutting it. It takes a load off your shoulders. That's still not gonna cut it. I was just in San Francisco for a week. Definitely wasn't dead. It was popping. Oh, it was popping? Damn. I heard it was dead. I seen a lot of people are moving out of San Francisco because after the pandemic, a lot of the companies went like to remote work. So there's no point in living in San Francisco, especially if you could live in somewhere like fucking Oregon, pay cheaper rent, but still work your same job. Yeah. I actually need to go to San Francisco. I'm probably going to go sometime next year. Yeah, ain't crazy. $16.04. That's more than minimum wage. The experience sets you up long term. They lucky he's making it a paid internship. Yo, Keto, you crazy, bro. $16.04. Look, hold on. I'm gonna show you again. $16.04. That's only barely above what he's at. What the minimum wage is, by the way. How much? How many cents is that? 54 cents above. It's really not anything to brag about at all. And I don't know if it's going to set you up as much as you would think. Only because I'm only saying that because this is Kanye. Kanye is very unpredictable. He has a lot of things going on. He seems like he can't stick to one thing. I have a hard time believing working for Kanye as an intern is going to get you anywhere. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think, but I honestly can't see it happening. And with his name being tarnished right now for the things that he said just a few months ago, I don't know. I don't know if anybody gonna take that Kanye reference. Hey, I don't know. What do you think Virgil started out with as pay? $875. That I don't think that justifies it though. Just because he's getting paid like shit doesn't justify it. I think unpaid internships shouldn't even be a thing. I don't think that should be a thing at all. It makes no sense. Especially if you're a grown adult, you working for free is just fucking impossible. That's just so impossible. It shouldn't be any unpaid internships. Everybody just needs a fair wage. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. But paying people minimum wage for something high skilled, I just don't see it. Like, being a graphic designer is fucking hard. Being a social media manager is fucking hard. They don't deserve minimum wage. Photo editing, yo, I'm telling you, if you've tried any of these things on this list, you know it is difficult, especially photo editing and graphic design. I don't think that's justified. They're leveraging experience and knowledge retention for free labor. What is free? Bro, you know what this reminds me of? This is like when I don't know if you've ever heard these stories of content creators working with brands, and instead of paying them money, they'll send the product, right? But instead of paying them money, they'll be like, "Oh, we'll give you exposure. We'll give you some exposure for you trying on the stuff, for you working with us." But when you sit back and think about it, you're like, what the fuck is exposure gonna do for me? What is a shout out gonna really do for me? Virtually nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Shout outs and exposure ain't paying the bills, y'all. It's just not paying the bills. I get what you're saying though. It's just not paying the bills. All right, let's damn. Can I find this fucking article? Oh, where can I find it? It was about Nike innovating. If anybody can link me that article real quick. Innovating article. I didn't have it linked in my thing. Damn, I want to read it so bad, but I cannot find it. No internship should be free, but it's manipulation to create a stipulation that only few can afford to take. That's very true. It's directly geared towards a subset of population, just like the GRAR exam. That is such a good point. That is such a good point. In order for you to take an unpaid internship, you have to be set up. You have to be set up for it. You can't be an adult living on your own and take that internship, because you got to worry about how you're gonna eat, how you're gonna sleep, like how you're gonna get to this internship. Who's paying for your car? Who's paying for your insurance? There's a lot of things that have to go into it, and your parents have to be taking care of everything. It's just not realistic for a lot of people, especially right now. Like, I don't even want to say post-pandemic because it's still going on, but where people aren't working, it's higher cost of living, lower, still no wage upgrades. Yeah, you have to be set up. And like you said about the testing as well, I know a lot of people in high school that like couldn't afford to take some of the tests because they were like $50, $100. Although that might not seem like a lot, but if you're a family struggling, you spending $50 on a test for you to possibly get a good score on it, it just doesn't make any sense to you. Yeah, no, I'm actually glad that you brought that up. That's a good fucking point. That's a great point. Bro, I cannot find this article. It was something about Nike trying to innovate. I just don't know what they were talking about. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Damn, I don't think I can find it. You know, fuck it, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So, is this it? Nah, they talking about some metaverse shit. They're talking about metaverse. Okay, so Nike is talking about innovating. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm assuming they're talking about new models and things like that. It hit me a little while ago. I think earlier this week. Nike has been thriving off of the same shoes for decades. The Nike Air Force One, all of the Jordan retros. Damn, what's another one that comes to mind? You know what? Let's just see all of the Jordan. We said all the Jordan retros. Oh, the Nike Dunk as well. They just keep constantly recycling that. And it hit me that Nike has not really done anything innovative in a long time. And it's crazy that 20 years after Michael Jordan retired, he retired in 2003. I was 3 years old. We're still wearing the exact same shoes today. They have not innovated a damn thing since. And when I'm talking about innovating, I'm talking about you creating a new model, a new popping model. If anybody in the chat could think of off the top of their head, what is the newest model that Nike came out with that actually popped? I'm not talking about something that they redid, but what was the last model? And I really can't blame them too much, because if people are still buying it, then that's what they got to do. But I hate that there's really not many shoes unique to our generation. Sometimes when I get shoes and like I show my parents the shoes, they'd be like, "Oh, I seen that back when I was a teenager." Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Bro, how? This is my first time ever seeing this shoe. How the hell have you already seen it?" Only time they didn't say that is whenever I wore a pair of Jordan 1 Travis Scott's, because it has that backwards check. That's the first time my dad's ever seen that. But although it has that backwards check, it's still a Jordan 1 low. They've seen that years and years ago. Only company in person to do this right and innovating, creating something new and bringing it to the game, is Adidas and Yeezy. That is the only shoe that I could remember that has surpassed all expectations, competed with the Jordan retros, competed with the Dunks, competed with the Air Force Ones, and is unique to this generation. I don't think any company has done anything like that in a very long time. And I hate that Nike hasn't done anything like that. What would be the solution to that? If I was Nike and I was trying to execute something like this, I would start off small and do lots of marketing. Small and lots of marketing. Something with very limited stock, have people buy it up. If people are really fucking with it, keep producing it. I think the issue that they have a lot of the times is they stick on the same model for a little too long. And one of the shoes that come to my mind is, I think it's the Nike Fly Knit Racer. Let's look up the original release date to make sure this isn't a very old shoe. So it came out 2013. The Fly Knit Racer, if you were around whenever this dropped, you know it fucking banged. People really wanted this shoe. This shoe, and also the what is it called? Is it just called Nike Racer? Oh, bro, what is it? Oh, this is it. I think this is the shoe I'm talking about. Oh, no, the Fly Knit Trainer. This is one of the only shoes in recent memory where Nike did a good job. They stayed on it a little too long because a lot of the colorways were sitting in the outlets. But since then, can't name you one shoe. Can't name you one shoe. And it's probably for good reason. They probably tried to create models that they released and they just didn't bang. People weren't buying it up. And another one that comes off the top of my head is the Nike it's not Air Mag low top. What is that called? The Nike Adapt. When they dropped the Nike Adapt, that shit was retailing for $350. It was supposed to be a self-lacing low top shoe based off of the Nike Air Mag. One of the most expensive shoes of all time. One of the most like the biggest collector item of all time. When they released this, people were going crazy for it. There was just too many issues. Wi-Fi connectivity was fucked up. The motor was going out on the shoe. And on top of that, $350 for all of this just didn't work out. And I really like that they tried to innovate, but it was just poor execution. I think they could do, I really think that Nike could come out with something like a banger. They're just not doing it because they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. Why would you ever really need to if all your Jordan 1s are still selling out, all your Nike Dunks, all your top products are still selling out? There's kind of no point to innovating. I would just love to see it. I think I would love to see it. Dunk. Oh, Cortez's. Yep, those been around for a long time. Oh, the Vaporfly. When did those come out? Vaporfly release date. How long has those been out? Original release date. That's what we need. 2017. Would y'all say these bang though? I don't think I would say that. I would say some colorways of it. I think this is one of the colorways, and there's like a Sabrina colorway as well, I think. But I don't think I would say this shoe banged. I don't think I've ever seen anybody even in person with the shoe. But then again, I will say every shoe does not need to bang. Some of them are just casual running shoes. Like, this is kind of the product that you want. People go into the store, they buy it because they want to run in them. I just can't think of anything that they released that has been like popular to where you go outside and there is a like 80 to 90% chance that you see it. And the reason I brought up the Adidas and Yeezy is because if you go outside, you go to a mall. Let's say you go to a mall tomorrow. The chance of you seeing a pair of Yeezys is insanely high. And those shoes dropped just a few years ago. The Yeezy slides dropped in what year? When did the Yeezy slides release? And I still remember this first release as well. 2015. You go outside, bro, it's hard to not see a Yeezy slide. It's hard to not see a Yeezy foam runner. It's hard to not see a Yeezy 350. You could even see a pair of 500s. I just really hope Nike does something. And I hate that I can't find the innovating article that I was talking about. If I do find it, we'll touch back on it. But yeah. Oh, wow, this is just fucking awful. This is just awful. Hold on. Let me pull this up as well because I just seen it. Something with Nike. They just can't move away, bro. They can't move away. Nike is trying to bring back the Roche Run. They're trying to bring back the Roche Run. If you were around at this time when this was very popular, people were creating customs of this. I think they had some Nike ideas of this. They were fucking banging. I have this black colorway to this day. They're still singing in the box. This was supposed to be kind of their competitor to the Adidas Ultra Boost, the Adidas NMD, in terms of like a comfort running shoe that you could also wear casually. In contrast to the Adidas shoes, it wasn't even close. The comfortability was fucking terrible. Like, I think I wore them for a little while, and then when I got my Adidas Ultra Boost, never wore them again. I don't know why they would ever bring these shoes back, because they're probably sitting in some Nike outlets right now. I've seen some of these colorways there to like recently. I don't think there's a point of bringing some of these shoes back, but this is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of innovating. Nike is constantly recycling the same shoes over and over and over again. Why would you not just create another comfortable running shoe? When did the Nike Roshi Run first release? 2012. Like, why are we recycling 2012 shoes? Come on, let's stop it. especially when it already failed. Well, relative failed. Oh boy, bro, Nike needs to do better. Air Max silhouettes. Oh, yep, Air Max have been around for a long time. The solution would be to start going after some of these customizers they sue. Hey, that might be it. That might be the solution right there. I think that's pretty much all I had to talk about today. Oh man, it feels so good to be on stream, man. It feels so good. I love talking to you guys. Damn, stream for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Cool shit. Oh, I just want to read Kino's thing before we go, because I didn't get to read it. And also beast modes. It directly impacts poverty ability in single parent homes. Keeps the poor poor. Facts. Books alone, bro. Tell me about it. Books are crazy expensive. You even have to pay to graduate. It's actually crazy. You're starting out at the bottom, bro. The Gen Z generation wants it all. 100K as an intern with a company car. Oh, and a hot and cold bar in office. That's why Twitter acts 80% of its staff. You know what? There's some validity to that. Kino, I will say there's some validity to that. I think now we've become to the point where we want things so quick. With social media and the internet, you can look up anything like this. Like the release dates I just looked up, that's at the tip of my fingers. People would have to consult somebody about that in the past. And it almost feels like you have a starting point with the internet, like way further than you were before. The entitlement shit, I 100% agree with you. I just think that people before this generation has took some of like the bare minimum out of these companies, like them paying you bad wages, them treating you like shit, them just being absolute assholes. And it feels like this generation almost feels like they're doing what they feel like they're worth. I know tons of people that just quit jobs like on a whim. Just like, oh, y'all disrespected me? Y'all ain't paying me enough? I'm gone. People back then, they were giving 2 weeks notices for some of these bad jobs when they could fire you for whatever. No notice at all. I just feel like some of the entitlement, I don't want to say it's justified. Guys, combo, yeah, appreciate it. Yo, listen, man. I really appreciate you guys for showing up to the stream. How many people we got in here? 3 people? Hey, shout out to 3 people, man. Really appreciate you guys for staying in here. Even the people that were bouncing in and out, really appreciate it as well. If you're new here, listen, join the Discord. You have to join the Discord. We talk about random shits all the time. If you ever need some advice, go ahead and join Discord. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well. I don't know when the next time I'll stream. It feels like shoe drops have been really fucking dead lately. I'm waiting for something good to drop. Whenever something good drops, we'll be back on stream ASAP. I'm gonna try to do another stream hopefully next week. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say next week because I'm moving next week. Like right after I get off stream, I'm gonna move anyways. I'm gonna start packing. So listen, I'm gonna catch y'all pretty soon. I will clip up this stream if you missed anything. I will clip up